Hello and welcome to your Yin Yoga practice. My name is Kumari and I'm excited to share this practice with you. This one was originally recorded for my Insight Timer live class, and I just felt inspired to share it on YouTube as well. But if you ever want to join the live one, be sure to check the link here in the description. And remember, I'm always here for you in the comments. If you have any questions, if you have any suggestions or requests, I would love to hear about that. So again, thanks for being here, and I hope that you enjoy the practice. Saying was, in case you've never done Yin Yoga, that's okay. No big deal. You can follow along just fine. And I'm always here in the chats if you have a specific question or want to tell me anything and communicate that way. There's usually another way to do things in Yin Yoga. I think the video might be a little frozen. Maybe not too frozen. Okay. Anyways, let's take some deep breaths. I feel like I need to take a few deep breaths. All right. So just go ahead and find yourself a comfortable seat and let's just breathe a little bit. So inhaling, blow out your breath. And again. One more just like that. And let's just inhale the arms up. And then exhale over to one side. Inhale back up. Exhale other side. Breathing in, come on back up. So welcome to all those that have joined. So delighted that you're here. I'm Kumari, the Relaxationist, and I'm here tonight to guide you in a Yin Yoga session that I am intending to help you deeply stretch and relax and just help your body release tension and feel good. Hello. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Jill. It's an hour. I'll go for an hour. So stay as long as you can. Join when you can. All right. So you're going to want some props if you have them. If you don't have them, you can still do it. I always try to give directions for all the ways. Okay? So blocks, this is called a bolster. In case you have one of those, you know what it is. But if you didn't know what a bolster is, mine's filled with buckwheat. Then I also have a blanket that I sit on, a folded blanket. Oh, I'm stoked you got blocks. So I like really flat blankets that can fold neatly versus like a fluffy blanket. Although a fluffy blanket can be kind of rolled up if you don't have a bolster, or you can use it as a pillow. Like I'll use this as a pillow, but you can use that. And then I have some other examples here. Like here's just a pillow, some thin pillows, a couch pillow. I was thinking about, I'm traveling over the holidays and I still want to do my lives, and I thought, you know what? I'm not going to be able to take my yoga props. So I thought, I'm just going to use what they have at the house I'm house sitting. So all that to be said, let's get started. Let's begin in child's pose today, okay? I personally like to put a bolster down and then lay. Others feel like maybe they get a little more relaxed if they don't have anything. Arms can be straight out, at your sides, kind of in cactus. Now, what happens if this hurts your knees? Try lifting your hips a little bit and maybe even putting something in there that you can sit back on. Another thing is you can make like a little place for yourself, level it up. And if all else fails, just lay on your belly. I'm not going to do the child's pose because of the mic. So I trust that you're getting comfortable, and remember what I said. If you have anything you want to tell me or ask me, please put that in the chat. I'm here and I'm wanting to assist you in any way I can. So now that you're feeling more settled, just be aware of any other little adjustments you might want to make that would help facilitate you becoming just that much more comfortable. Sometimes we are inadvertently holding in our bodies. We don't mean to, and when we shine the light of our awareness on our bodies, we notice, oh, whoa, I didn't even realize my jaw was clenched or I was holding in my hip. Oh, good. I'm so glad you found a good way to do the child's pose. Kate? Sorry, I can't see. Okay, so what are you feeling? Does it feel just like, I can stay here? Does it feel a little more intense? This is a rhetorical question. I need to make any other adjustments. And this is the first principle of Yin Yoga. We're coming into the pose and finding our edge. And the edge is the sensation we're feeling. And in Yin Yoga, we want to keep the sensation like in the middle. We never ever need to go to the end range of motion. In fact, we want to avoid that. And that's where pain can happen. And we definitely want to avoid pain. Anything that makes you feel like you're getting super distracted, your breath is kind of speeded up or more shallow, all that is indicator you're in too deep. But then there's the other hand, like you want to feel something. That's what Yin Yoga is all about. So we're looking for that middle ground of sensation. And then every pose will be different. Everybody's body is so uniquely different. So that's why modifications are such a big part of this practice. I'm going to say just a couple more breaths. And as you're ready, just planting your hands, rising up. Just really taking your time here. Some cat and cows would probably feel good. Stretching out your legs. And just while you're here for the next few breaths, I forgot my timer phone, so I'm going to go get that. Of course, I had to make as much noise as possible in doing so. All right, so next up, we are going to do Sphinx. Such a nice little combo for the spine. When we do child's pose, we're elongating the spine, making space between every vertebra. We're nourishing the joints of the hips, the knees, the ankles, the shoulders. And then in Sphinx, we put the spine in the other direction. Oh, hi, Josie. So stoked you're here. Okay, great. I'm glad you like Sphinx. In case you're not familiar with Sphinx, lay on your belly. Start out with elbows about underneath your shoulders. So remember, the first principle of Yin is we want to come in and we want to feel something if we can. An edge. And then with each pose, there's a target area. So for this one, we want to feel a little squeeze in the lower back. A little squeeze in the lower back. Not too much, not too little. You should be able to be here without clenching the glutes. If that's happening, come forward a little bit. You might just rest your face and your hands. But my favorite way to do it, and if you have a big cushion or a bolster, just come on up like this. I'll do this one with you. So just finding your way that works for your body. And see if you can be here and notice what you're feeling. Just kind of dive into that steady pressure that's happening at your lower back. And if you feel settled there, tune into your breathing. Feel your abdominal breath, so your belly pressing into the floor. Your shoulders and arms, head, they can all just be how they're going to be. One little thing I do sometimes is I'll take a block and put my head. So that's a great thing to do if you're upright and it's feeling like maybe just like a little too much. If you put your head down, it lessens it. The second principle of Yin Yoga is resolving to remain still. We resolve to remain still so our tissues can really absorb the stresses we're putting on them. This is beneficial stress. But also stillness in the body lends itself to stillness of the breath. And our breath is a catalyst to quiet the mind. And so let's just be here for another minute in stillness and silence. Guide yourself to take a longer, slower, deeper breath. And there's our little chime signaling that it's time to switch position. So take your time, most likely pushing on up. And coming back into another child's pose would feel really good. Also cat and cow movements, downward dog. Really feel like you can follow your intuition, your body's guidance in between the poses. That's what this time in between is for. It's for physiologically the tissues to come back to their more normal positioning or shape. The connective tissues don't stretch really. They do just elongate a little bit. Think about it like if you've ever had a sprain, that was too fast, too much, too quick kind of situation. So that's why we hold the poses for so long in Yin Yoga, because fascia, tendons, ligaments, they're not stretchy body tissues. They're not like muscles. They're what holds us together and what really erects us. I mean, our bones definitely do too, but without the tendons and ligaments and fascia, the bones not doing anything except just being bones. All right, so let's do 90-90 next. I think we did this one the other day. It's definitely one of my favorites for glutes and hip, and actually the outer edge of the thigh as well. I think it's just gentler than swan, which is like pigeon pose. So let me just show it to you. I'll quit talking and show it to you, because this is the front view. My knee's 90 degrees. So if you're on a yoga mat, line your shin up with the top of your mat, and then the thigh with the side of your mat. Okay, so it's gonna, see how I'm naturally like kind of over to one side? Go ahead and come forward after that. Then you're gonna feel what I'm looking for you to feel in the glutes. Maybe feeling a little something in the hip. Okay, so that's part one of the directions. This leg's pretty free. That leg can stay 90 degrees. It can come in a little bit. If it feels sensitive, something I have done in the past is like just kind of put something under there. Okay. Then you can vary the sensation. Like if you lean more this way, it's not going to be as intense. If you lean more this way, it's going to be more intense. So find your little perfect position. I like to rest on blocks. You might like to rest on a cushion or a bolster. Just finding your way into the shape. And just as a reminder, there shouldn't be any pinching, any burning. It's like this fine balance. Yin will take you out of your comfort zone, but it's a really subtle line between out of the comfort zone and verging on pain or possibly even injuring yourself. So, err on the side of caution. Your body will tell you, and that's really what this practice is about too, is developing a deeper relationship with yourself, learning how to listen to your body more. Just notice if there's any other adjustments you want to make. I'm going to do each side for 5 minutes. Got about 3.5 minutes left on this side. Oh, if your front foot is falling asleep, thank you for telling me that. How far down are you? If you're far down, I would come up. Other things you can try are taking this foot in a little bit. Okay. Another thing that you can try is just coming out and stretching and circling, flexing your quads, and then revisiting it and maybe doing it a little differently. And if that doesn't work, you can do reclined figure 4. It might be just as simple as this, or it might be threading your arm through and pulling down, okay? If you're by a wall, you can even put this foot on a wall. Hope that helped. The third principle of Yin Yoga is resolving. No, it's holding for time. Okay, good. Yeah, sometimes things get squished in there. Holding for time. My teacher calls this the magic ingredient of Yin Yoga. It's in this holding for time that our tissues receive the benefit of the practice. And the benefit is creating stress on our connective tissues, healthy stress. All tissues need stress to remain healthy. So what happens when we stress the tissues? Well, it naturally aids in circulation. And when the circulation is optimal, we move easier, our range of motion, our flexibility is enhanced. Our blood flow is fresher. Like when we're putting ourselves in these positions where we feel the energy, then when we come out, we have like an influx of new blood flow. and that contributes to better circulation. We also are hydrating our tissues by doing this. All of that tension and release contributes to our tissues absorbing and flowing better. Okay, here's our time. Okay, so go ahead and push yourself up. Try some windshield wipers before you do the other side. And then as you're ready, bringing that other leg forward. And just easing into it. And just seeing what this side brings. And there's no reason to ever really push yourself deeply. Like, I'm pretty much upright and I'm feeling a lot. So I'm just going to stay here and marinate. Just let my tissues get used to this. And I go quiet as possible so my body can tell me if it wants to go a little deeper, if it wants to come back out. Again, we're cultivating this ability to really listen. Just listening. What does your body need right now? Just take a nice deep breath in here. Oxygenating. And that's what happens when we come out. All this hyper-oxygenated blood rushes into the area. And our body is naturally decreasing in stress hormones and increasing in those beneficial feel-good hormones. And this is a result of not only the stresses we're putting on the body, but because of our stillness, our slowed breathing, we're resting in a parasympathetic state. And when we're here, the body's natural ability to maintain homeostasis is happening. We're creating more resilience at the same time as we're healing the body. Holding for time takes a couple minutes for the cascade of benefits in the body to happen. So while that's happening, let's just take a moment here and work on the mindfulness part of the practice. start to follow your breath, and we'll be silent for the next minute, following your breath. Great. Let's let this one go like before. Taking some time to just release. There's no hurry. I used to host these workshops called The Art of Slow. And I believe that really is the essence of Yin Yoga. This ability to really learn to move more slowly and more mindfully. Just building this awareness of the sensations in the physical body. So just getting to know your own personal energy. All right. Next up, we are going to let's do dragon pose. So this is a lunge. If you have 2 blocks, great. If you have 1 block, great. If you don't have blocks, you could use a chair or your coffee table, a bolster. Let me show you what it is. It's a lunge. So it's this. Oh, I'm out of the frame. Okay, so you can have your blocks. Let me give you this view. So you can have your blocks in the front on either side, or you can take it on the inside. What if you only have 1 block? It's doable, for sure. And if this is uncomfortable for your back knee, you can, I like to slide a blanket underneath my shin. That way my knee is just kind of floating. Like that. Some people might want to go lower, like down to their forearms. Important to set the timer for this one. And again, we're looking to feel that edge. Okay, so I hope that you got it figured out where in your space. You can always do this laying on your back as well. I'm going to show you really quick. So like half happy baby. You grab your foot, your leg, the back of your thigh. Same shape, just upside down. I remember the first time I did this, I couldn't believe it. It was so intense. So I learned it's totally fine to just take little breaks. There's no gold medal if you stay it for the whole time. It's not going to mess up your practice if you come in and out a little bit. I'm going to stay about another 1.5 minutes. See if you can imagine breathing your breath into the stretch. Just feeling that nice opening in the front of your hip. One of my favorite cues with this one is just let gravity have you. Just let your hip go down. Just letting gravity do the work here. And take one more deep breath in and release. You might like to do a hamstring stretch after that. I notice people really like to do a child's pose after. So just give yourself a moment here to counter that. Ready for the other side? However it works for you. I'm going to change the screen. All right. Something that I could mention here is if your wrists are getting a little tired of this, you can always walk, if you have blocks, you can walk your arms out a little farther. Or like I mentioned before, you can come down onto your forearms. I'm going to stay upright. Whoa. And we can just take some deep breaths here. Deep breaths. And sinking in again, just letting gravity have it. And here's where the mindfulness really kicks in. Awareness of the present moment with acceptance. And just being here now, knowing you can always take a little break if you want. Let's stay about 30 more seconds. Last breath. Just go ahead and push yourself back. Maybe that hamstring stretch again. So good. I hope your hips are going to feel amazing when you walk away from this practice. That's what got me hooked on yin yoga. After the first time I did it, I got up and walked to the bathroom or something. I was like, whoa, what was that? So nice. Well, good. Go ahead and keep moving around, kind of rebounding here. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All right. We are just going to spend a moment belly down in what's called Advasana. And it's just kind of a gentle sensation for the neck. So you can just lay your body down and turn your head to the right. And as you rest there, let's tune into the sensation of your breath, moving in and out. Feel how your body presses down into the mat. Now with your next inhale, lift your head and turn your head to the other side. Just pausing here. So good. Now you can move on to your back. So just flip yourself over. This twist is called the twisted roots. So you might want to have, if you have a bolster or a block or something kind of bigger, you might want that on the right side of your body. So if you know eagle pose, it's eagle legs essentially. So just go ahead and take your left leg over your right. And then you can either drop down with that foot on the floor, or you can come up and then come over. Okay, so my feet in the frame. There you go. So you can kind of see my legs tangled up there. You don't have to, but you could wrap your foot around. I'm not going to, but you might want to. And then if that left arm is just floating in the air, you have two choices. You could put something underneath it, or put something underneath your legs. That's what I like to do. I'm turning my head to the right, so you turn your head to the left. Just checking in on things. If this feels like too much of a twist for you, just do a normal twist with your legs stacked. This one can tend to be a little more spicy for the lower back. And then again, just ensure, just make sure that you're not feeling any tingling or burning in your arms. That just means you're pinching a nerve or something, putting too much pressure. Let's just do some breathing here. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. And just feel how your whole body is just kind of melting into this shape. Tuning into the quality of just being here. Noticing how relaxed your body feels. We'll stay for just a little longer. And welcome a deeper breath now. And just rolling your way out. Another opportunity for some windshield wipers or a hug of the knees to the chest. Taking the other side when you're ready. In case you forgot, it's right leg over left, and then legs go to the left. So first, just settling, tuning into any adjustments you might need to make. Just ensuring that your whole body feels supported. supported and just easeful. And just keep adjusting until you find what works for you. I'm over here doing that myself. I feel like a little something in my hip that just doesn't feel very pleasant. So just keep moving around. That's what it's all about. Just finding your position where you're still twisting your spine. This might not be the way you originally thought you might. It's always cool to be teaching a room full of people and seeing just how everyone is so varied. I love seeing people listening to their bodies. Twists will do that. They're great for your organs of digestion. Well, look who's here. Milo the cat. You want to do some yoga too? Let's see how much more time we're going to stay. Maybe just a little longer. Alright, I guess Milo says it's time to come out. Inhale and come back to center. Next up, Shavasana. Just finding a position, if you can, on your back. I'm going to sit up for it. Perhaps putting something under your head and your knees. You might even consider covering up. Maybe you have an eye pillow. That'd be yummy. Now I'm just going to guide you into it now that you're all settled. Feeling your body here on the floor, on the mat, whatever you're on. I'm just tuning into the density of your body. The feeling of the weight of your head. The weight of your arms and your hands. the weight of your hips and buttocks. The feeling of your legs and feet. Just let the whole body go here. Completely surrendering. Taking a long, slow, deep breath. Sinking deeper and deeper. All the edges blurred. Now begin to encourage some more awareness of the breath, breathing. Just ever so subtly deepening your breath. If you can, take your time here coming out of Shavasana. Start to think about wiggling the fingers and the toes. Maybe nodding the head from side to side. Here you could pull your knees to your chest. Or do some more windshield wipers. Just doing whatever comes naturally and feels good. And then you can change positions, and if you would like to close the class together, please feel free to join me in a seated position. I totally understand if you want to keep being in Shavasana. You are still with us. Let's just first bring our hands to the heart center, one atop the other. You might continue to keep your eyes closed. And just feeling your body heat, feeling your breath. And just sending yourself a message of gratitude. Let's take a cleansing breath together, inhaling. Sigh it out. Bringing the palms together. There's a light that shines within all of us equally and brilliantly. I honor that light within you, just as I know you honor that light within the rest of the community and me. And this is how I interpret Namaste, a bowing to and honoring of the light that shines within all of us. We bow and say Namaste. 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 Thank you so much.